Okay. So please take a moment to adjust your motivation, thinking that the purpose of my life is to benefit all sentient beings. And in order that I may be able to benefit sentient beings in the best way, I myself must first achieve the highest state of enlightenment. Therefore, I need to purify my mind of all obscurations, negative karma, and their imprints, and accumulate the vast collections of merit and transcendental wisdom. And therefore, I'm going to engage in this practice today. And then also to pacify all the epidemic disease, famine, economic problems, war, natural disasters, problems due to climate change, to pacify all these unconducive factors in this and other world systems of the 10 directions. I'm also going to engage in this practice. And then also, of course, for the long lives of the spiritual friends, particularly His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Lama Zopa Rinpoche, all the holy virtuous friends showing the complete unmistaken path to enlightenment, that they have long and stable lives, and that all of their holy wishes, all of their vast activities to benefit sentient beings can be successful, and all their wishes be swiftly fulfilled. Lama Tumba Chondin De Lishin Sheba Ja Chomba Yang Lama Zobe Sangye Ripa Dansha Sudumba Dewa Sheba Jiden Kempa Kebu Ju Kalo Gyoba Lana Meba Lada Minam Getumba Sangye Chondin Elgawa Shakya Tumba La Chaselo Chede Gyasu Chiyo Lama Tumba Chonde De Shishima Ja Chomba Yang Lama Zobe Sangye Ripa Dansha Sudemba Dewa Sheba Jiten Kyuma Kebu Due Kalu Gyuwa Lana Meba Lada Minam Getumba Sangye Chonde Elgawa Shakya Tumba La Chaselo Chede Gyatsu Jiyo Lama Tumba Chonde De Shishima Ja Chomba Yang Lama Zobe Sangye Ripa Dansha Sudemba Dewa Sheba Jiten Kempa Kebu Due Kalung Gyuba Lana Meba Lada Minam Getumba Sangye Chonde Elgawa Shakya Tumba La Chaselo Chede Gyatsu Jiyo Kanse kani so kyo tamse sa shanda guna chotu su sanwa yeshi gyatso se girumbo ja gaba jiten su la lam ne wa gombo jene gyo la cha sedo dhamma di me jawe sho sedo dhamma gyo la cha zelo dudra kyudra si basu maji Nyame kenchen kyo la cha selo gompo tuje shedemba Tanche kempe tumba po suna yunde gyatso shin Dishin she la cha selo tabe de chan kawa gyu Yewe nyuso le joshin Chidu dundam shogyo ba Chigyu she la cha selo jone jove la yante La pa da la rapine Shingi dongpa yen ten den Gedun la yan cha Zelo di pa mi cha shin Gyawa pun sum sum pa chi Rangi seni yung su du Dine sangye tenpa Do not commit any unwholesome actions Engage in perfect, wholesome actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of Buddha. A star, a defective view, a butter lamp flame, an illusion, a dewdrop, a water bubble, a dream, lightning, a cloud. See all causative phenomena like this. And so now let's take a moment to meditate on emptiness. Om Karma Gyula Through these merits, may sinning beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the flow of the faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. Next, the praise to 21 Taras. From your sublime abode at the Potala, O Tara, born from the green letter Tam, your crown adorned with Amitabha, action mother of all Buddhas of the three times, Tara, please come with your attendants. The gods and demigods bow to your lotus feet, O Tara, you who rescue all who are destitute. To you, Mother Tara, I pay homage. Jetsun Pama Joma La Cha Selo Chasa Joma Nyoma Pama Jini Keje Lo Danjama Jidin Sunge Jiki Jedi Kesa Jewa Denge Juma Chasa Denge Dawa Kun Kama Gyone Shepe Shama Kama Tumra Zopa Nami Radu Shewe Yeraba Chaza Zene Jine Gyam Pema Shane Namba Gyama Shimba Sede Gabe Shio Suba Sede Jiyama Chaza Deshi Shepe Sudo Daye Namba Gyewa Jema Manu Baro Shimba Do Gyewe Siki Shinu Gyama Chaza Dodara Ungi Gye Dola Choda Namba Gama Jide Dumo Shagine Lupa Meba Gupa Numa Chaza Geche Mela Samba Luna Mazo Chimboro Radisa Nanda Niji Ziki Dinijama Chasa Chiri Charan Vegi Paro Dugora Vijoma Yegi Yugan Shaki Nende Mepa Tupa Shidumba Chasa Tiri Chipa Chimbo Tukipa Namba Joma Chuki Shani Trone Denze Chao Tashi Maru Sema Chasa Kunja Soja Chagi Suma Tunga Namba Gema Mali Shoki Koro Gembe Rangi Yogi Sona Truma Chasura Dunga Jive, Vigi Chawaka, Shabara Shitutara, Dudanjita Wamuzama, Chasa Sajika Weson, Numaniama, Chone Yugi Hongi, Kumbata Chenamba Choma, Chasa Dumbo, Gambata Jishindu Parma, Bamele, Tabashindu Razema, Chasa Gilbeta Meme, Nama, Yegi Gone Gorge, Jai Punina Bajoma, Chasa Sajika Lashagi, Tiki Shagi Doma, Juni Yegi Hongi, Rebatumba Namigamba, Chasa Demagema Shiva, Nayama, Soho, Gayamagamba, Devashamba Jamanima, Chasa Guni Goragawe, Jai Punina Bagamba, Yigi Chipinga Yikube, Rebahune Jomanima, Chasa Turishane Nabe, Hongi Namba Sumbanima, Viramandara Dambiche, Chidusuma Yoanima, Chasa Lai Soyina, Berida Jana Nama, Tara Nijubedi, Dodambana Panisama, Chasa Lai Sanagama, Ladami Shitama, Kiningo Shajawa Jigi, Sunamina Yambasama, Chasa Nimadawa Gebe, Chani Bola Rasama, Harani Yudarai, Shutala Berenisama, Chasa Denisana Gebe, Shivitayana Dema, Dadamanani Jens. Sona Chomba Dure Rajani, Savena Itabagita, Chasawani Nisusashi, Jesuma, Pama Jomalacha, Zelo, Chasa Joma Joma Pama, Chani Gizuma Dandrama, Jitan Sugin Juni Shao, Gaza Jawana Nijuma, Chasa Dingi Dawa Kudu, Kawagani Shabishama, Kamadoba Sobanangi, Rakishami Rabarma, Chasa Singi Jini, Pemachani Namayama, Chimbasada Kadashiva, Sabasindin Chianima, Chasa Dishi Chibisu, Toratai Nambagavajama, Marabara Chambato, Execution in Tempo, Chasa Dudara Huyega, the Lachulana Kama, Chicken number Shagin and then Pame Paku Panuma, Chasega Gemela Saba, Dunana Sawan Chama, Chumboro Lajizananda, Niliziki in Tempo, Chasa Chishan Begi, Paraduna Joma, Yagan Shagin and then Mapatu Pashin Barma, Chasa Turishi Pachamba, Zikipa Nambajuma, Chikishani Trani Tense, Chawatan Chemalu Soma, Chasa Kuncha Santa Chagya, Surmatu Kanambagamba, Maluchiki Gorangambe, Rangi Ugi Sanatama, Chasa Rabinga Jibe, Regin Jamagama, Shepara Shitudarai, Dudajika Wadusama, Chasa Sajika Sona, Tajika Bandamanima, Chune Yogi Hongi, Chasa Zawadimba Yogi, Yabatam Shishin Barma, Trevede Baraba Mele, Tabashinu Raja, Chasa Gilmeda Meda, Barbaga Yana Nema, Yega Yogam Gunin Borge, Diabuni Nabajo, Chasa Sajina Lanjange, Nigi Shagi Duma, Chune Jinzi Hongi, Rembadam Mana Nigama, Chasa Dema Gema Shima, Nae Chanima, So am not Dembe, Nibajama Jamanima, Chasa Gunin Garanga, Kaipunina Bagama, Yige Shivingangi Kube, Rebahun Jamanim, Chasa Dureshani Gabe, Hungina Besabanim, Riramandara Dambije, Jidezuayoanima, Chasa Lai Soinam, Irada Janjana Nama, Tarani Jipigi Yege, DunamanuGanisam, Chasa Lai Sonan Gyalpo, Ladami Jedem, Kurego Chagawa Jigi, Suramina Nyambasama, Chasa Nimandawa Gebe, Cheni Pola Rasama, Hani Jutadarai, Shinada Berenesam, Dini Sana Gube, Shiva Dudayana Dhamma, Dudagona Jinsona, Jumba Duri Rajani, Ma, Savani Dabadi, Dan Jazawani Susa, Ma, Jidiki Shagi, Gazajawani Jama, Chazajumi Lavaganda, Kamagani Shimishama, Kamadrubasavana, Kadishimi Yarabama, Chazazini Jinigege, Kamachani Namagama, Shivasada Karasheva, Niyama, Chazadishi Shibi Suktor, Kaya Namagavajan, Mother Parajima Be, Gavasigishin and Dama, Chazadutara Yige, Dunajada Nagaga, Chilinduvajagan and Lavamavanuma, Chazakajamala Samba, Lumana Samanchicha, Chumbora Navisananda, Nigizigatan, Chaje Jabege, Parodogora the Joma, Yaga Jagan and Mabajabashin Bama, Chazadresha Jambo, Diva Namadrom. Chivijoyanaganze, all the Jamanisama, Chazagudizum, Chagas, Mondogana Bolagan, Perangirigizona Juma, Chazaraga Gavaji, Megirigitama Gama, Shavara Chedutarai, the Danjinamanizama, Chazazigramazona, Tajigavana Tunayo Honga, Pambata Jenama Joma, Chazadavi Dumi, Gavada Jishinabama, Rebecca Bamele, Tabashindaraze. Chazagaveda Meda, Vaidame Yanema, Yugu Monigo, Diabone Namajoma, Chazazayana Jage, Digi Jagidom, Tunizi, Hongi, Rembada Mananigama, Chazadama Gamashima, Naide Chediama, Soyana Deba, Devajavajavania. Chazagani Gorangave, Diabone Namagama, Yigishibimani Gurbe, Devone Ramani. Chazadurija Midave, Hungina Bezavani, Marida Mandara Dampeche, Chidisavayani, Chazalai Somenave, Rirata Janjana, Tarani Jibigi, Duna Madhavanisama, Chazalai Sanagabo, Larami Chietama, Kinigajavaji, Suramina Yamasama, Chazanima Davake, Chanipara Rasama, Harani Chitarai, Shidra Chazadini Sanagame, Shivedayana Dhamma, Dadavana Jisona, Jamadurena Janyema, Savani Dabadi, Chazavani Nishusashi. The mantra recitation. I prostrate to Mother Tara, who liberates beings from samsara with Tare, liberates from the 8 fears with Tutare, and liberates from illnesses with Ture. Om Tare, Tutare, Ture Soha, Om Tare, Tutare, Ture Soha, Om Tare, Tutare, Ture Soha. Om Tare, Tutare, Ture Soha. Okay, so now the 7-line prayer to Guru Rinpoche. So it's on page 15 in your books. So you can imagine Guru Rinpoche in the space in front of you. And then as we make requests, you can visualize from Guru Rinpoche's heart, light rays radiate, on the tips of which is a replica of Guru Rinpoche, which then comes to rest on the heads, on the crowns of all sentient beings, especially the sentient beings in this world. And then once the Guru Rinpoches have come to rest on the heads of sentient beings in this world, more light rays and nectar purifies, entering through the crown and purifying all the negative karmas, negative emotions, disturbing thoughts, all the obscurations to both liberation and enlightenment, as well as all disease. And in this way, sentient beings become completely freed of all their sicknesses, negative karma, and obscurations to both liberation and enlightenment. Yazen Jogin June Pama June Shizu Kora Karo Mongo Kiki Jetsun Da Jungi Jinye Lache Jetsun Song Guru Pama Sini Ogye Yugi Nuja Sam Pema Gesa Dombola Yazen Jogin June Pama June Shizu Koro Kando Mambo Go Gigi Jetsun Da Jungi Jinye Lache Jetsun Song Guru Pema Sini Ogye Yugi Nuja Sam Pema Gesa Dombola Yazen Jogin June Pama June Shizu Kodo Kando Mambo Go Gigi Jetsun Da Jungi Jinye Lache Jetsun Song Pema Sini Ogye Yugi Nuja Sam Pema Gesa Dombola Yazen Jogin June Pema June Shizu Kodo Kando Mambo Go Gigi Jetsun Da Jungi Jinye Lache Jetsun Song Guru Pema Sini Ogye Yugi Nuja Sam Pema Gesa Dombola Yazen Jogin June Pema June Shizu Kodo Kando Mambo Go Gigi Jetsun Da Jungi Jinye Lache Jetsun Song Guru Pema Sini Ogye Yugi Nuja Sam Pema Gesa Dombola Yazen Jogin June Pema June Shizu Kodo Kando Mambo Go Gigi Jetsun Da Jungi Jinye Lache Jetsun Song Guru Pema Sini. So next, the prayer in 6 Vajra lines. Du Sum Sangye Guru Rinpoche Mantra Kunda Dewa Chenpo Sha Vache Kunsa Dudu Rabo Sa Zopa Desa Jingye Lamso Shinan Sangwe Vajra Shiwa Dan Samba Lungye Drapa Jingye Lo Sum Sangye Guru Rinpoche Mantra Kanda Dawai Chambusha Bachi Kunse Dudu Drapo Se Soa Desa Jingye Lamnusa Sawe Vajra Shiwa Dan Samba Lungye Drapa Jingye Sum Sangye Guru Rinpoche Mantra Kanda Dawai Chambusha Bachi Kunse Dudu Drapo Se Soa Desa Jingye Lamnusa Shinan Sawe Vajra Shiwa Dan Samba Lungye Drapa Jingye Lo Om Ahum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Om Ahum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Om Ahum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Om Ahum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi. So as you recite the mantra, remember the visualization that Guru Rinpoche coming to the crowns of all the sinning beings, especially all the sinning beings in this world, and purifying nectar and light rays enter through the crowns of all sinning beings, purifying them of all sickness. Recitations, all sinning beings become enlightened in the aspect of Guru Rinpoche. Om So next, the swift fulfillment of wishes and dependence on the great Jetsun Tsongkhapa. Supreme embodiment of the wisdom and compassion of all the victorious ones of the three times, manifesting as a monk wearing 3 saffron robes, spontaneous exalted wisdom Dharmakaya, possessing the 5 bodies. To you, Jetsun Losang Drakpa, I make request. Please bless me that my wishes be swiftly fulfilled. With the nature of primordial, pure, clear light, uninterrupted natural expression of the complete Sambhogakaya, great beings who unifies body and mind. To you, Jetsun Losang Drakpa, I make request. Please bless me that my wishes be swiftly fulfilled. Displaying an array of manifold Nirmanakaya emanations, appropriate to limitless living beings, equaling the expanse of space. To you, Jetsun Losang Drakpa, I make request. Please bless me that my wishes be swiftly fulfilled. Through the power of having made single-pointed request to you, may all the unfortunate natural manifestations of the degenerate age illness, famine, quarreling, epidemic disease, Grava spirits, interference, and so forth be pacified. Then, when I request the excellent collection of conducive conditions in Greece, please bless me that my wishes be swiftly fulfilled. Having completely cleared away the darkness of ignorance and confusion, and fully developed the illumination of supreme intelligence, virtuous friend who caused the 100-petal lotus of the spiritual tradition to bloom, the sun radiating benefit and happiness, to you I make request. Please bless me that my wishes be swiftly fulfilled. Since I and others, the assembly of faithful disciples, have no other Lord of refuge to turn to for hope, when we make requests in all the 6 sessions of day and night, please bless us that the Guru's blessings may enter our minds. Also, at the end of this life, may I see you, glorious Tsongkhapa, along with your retinue, and immediately have a vision of you saying reassuringly, Son, go to the celestial realm of Tushita. Care for me with your compassion, precious Guru. Please bless me that my wishes be swiftly fulfilled. So now the Vajra speech of Mahasiddhi Thangtong Gyalpo, the blessed prayer known as Liberating Sakya from Disease. All sentient beings, my mothers who are infinite like space, go for refuge to the precious Guru Buddha. We go for refuge to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. We go for refuge to the assembly of Gurus, Yidams, and Dakinis. We go for refuge to the empty clarity of our own minds, the Dhammakaya. All sentient beings, my mothers who are infinite like space, go for refuge to the precious Guru Buddha. We go for refuge to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. We go for refuge to the assembly of Gurus, Yidams, and Dakinis. We go for refuge to the empty clarity of our own minds, the Dhammakaya. All sentient beings, my mothers who are infinite like space, go for refuge to the precious Guru Buddha. We go for refuge to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. We go for refuge to the assembly of Gurus, Yidams, and Dakinis. We go for refuge to the empty clarity of our own minds, the Dhammakaya. Om Mani Padme Hum. So again, here when you recite the mantra of Avalokiteshvara, you can envision Avalokiteshvara in the space in front, and again, purifying light rays and go out, radiate out. At the tip of each light ray is a replica of Avalokiteshvara who comes to rest on the crown of all sentient beings. And then from those Avalokiteshvaras, again, from the heart, radiate out nectar and light rays, nectar which flows into the crowns of all sentient beings, purifying them of all negative karma, interferences, illnesses, and obscurations to liberation and enlightenment. And then by the end of our mantra recitation, all sentient beings have become completely purified and attained the state of enlightenment and the aspect of Avalokiteshvara. So while maintaining that visualization, recite the mantra. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Now the actual prayer. May all the diseases that sadden the minds of sentient beings, that result from karma and temporary conditions, such as the harms of graha spirits, illnesses of Buddhas, not occur in the realms of the world. May whatever sufferings there are from life-threatening diseases that, like a butcher leading an animal to be slaughtered, separate the body from the mind in a mere instant, not occur in the realms of the world. May all embodied beings be unharmed by acute, chronic, and other epidemic diseases, the mere sounds of whose names terrify beings, as though they have been placed inside the mouth of Yama, the Lord of Death. May all embodied beings be unharmed by the 80,000 classes of interference, the 360 evil spirits that harm suddenly, the 424 diseases, and so forth. May whatever suffering there are due to disturbances of the four elements, depriving the body and mind of every happiness, be totally pacified. And may the body and mind have radiance and power, and be endowed with long life, good health, and well-being. By the compassion of the Gurus and the three jewels, by the power of the kings, top protectors and guardians, and by the power of truth, by the validity of karma and its results, may all these dedications and prayers be fulfilled. So now the Vajra Armor practice. So I hope all of you have watched Lama Zopa Rinpoche's advice. But he said that this prayer that we just did, composed by Thangtong Gyalpo, was beneficial for stopping the disease in the world. And then this Vajra Armor is the prayer most powerful for we ourselves as individuals to not get sick, or if we do get sick, to quickly recover. So if you have the appropriate initiation, then you can arise after dissolving into emptiness as Vajrapani. Otherwise, just visualize the Vajrapani, the Vajra Armor deity, in the space in front. Om Sabhava Shuddha Sabha Dhamma Sabhava Shuddho Thompa Nidu Yu. I become the very ferocious dark blue Vajrapani, holding a Vajra and a snake lasso. My holy body is complete with the glorious ornaments of the charnel grounds, and I stand with my 2 feet stretched out on a lotus and sun. I abide amidst a blazing transcendental wisdom fire. From my holy body, fire Garudas, iron scorpions, black pigs, wind, fire, and the noxious vapors of poison are emitted like violent winds and hailstorms, destroying all disease, epidemics, spirit harms, and interferes. So maintain that visualization as we recite the mantra. Om Mizape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Sava Prita Hana Hana Vajana Rajara Sova Om Mizape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Sava Prita Hana Hana Vajana Rajara Sova Om Mizape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Sava Prita Hana Hana Vajana Rajara Sova Om Mizape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Sava Prita Hana Hana Vajana Rajara Sova Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Vijape Om Bhamajari Pe Namaji Naganan Tayata Savrita Hana Hana Vajana Rajaraso Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Om Bejabe Om Bejabe Namaste Nagananda Sabirita Hana Hana Vajana Rajarajo Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. Hum Bujube, Om Pano Savare, Venamasi, Naganan, Taita, Savarita, Hana Hana Vajana, Rajaraso. So here, after the recitation of the mantra, you can blow on water to bless it. And this is especially maybe, if one of your friends or relatives maybe doesn't have faith in the practice, you can do this for them, bless the water and then give it to them. It's extremely powerful for healing. Or you can also drink the water yourself, anoint yourself with it on the crown of your head. And then you can also just blow into your nostrils like this, putting your hand above your mouth and blowing into your nostrils. Then also says you can also blow on cream or butter and put it then, or ointment for skin ailments. So extremely, extremely powerful practice. So then at the conclusion of the session, think that all disease and spirit harms are totally destroyed. Then abide in a while in the state of meditation on the actual mode of existence, means emptiness of inherent existence, beyond what is to be protected and what protects. So since illnesses arise due to causes and conditions, they depend on other factors, and therefore when those factors change, then also the illnesses can change and be cured and be purified. Also, the real cause of disease, the negative karma within our mind streams, also not inherently existent from its own side, and therefore also can be purified. Can be purified before the result of suffering due to those negative karmic imprints are experienced. And so that's one of the main reasons why we also do this practice. So then, while empty of inherent existence, one arises again as the deity's holy body. So now the dedication here. Due to all the roots of virtue accumulated in the 3 times by myself, all sentient beings and all the Buddhas, any sentient beings, merely seeing, remembering, or touching me, may I fulfill all the hopes of all transmigrating beings perfectly and completely, just like a wish-fulfilling jewel or a wish-fulfilling tree. May all the negative karmas and obscurations accumulated since beginningless births be instantly and completely purified. May the mind of enlightenment that cherishes others more than oneself be generated in one's mental continuum. Having easily generated the great seal of clear light in their minds, may they quickly achieve the state of highest complete enlightenment. In short, by pleasing the holy virtuous master with the activities of much listening that bring to completion the realization of the Buddha's intent, may I spread the teachings of the victorious one in the 10 directions. Okay, so now the dedications, continuing on page 35 in the PDF file. O Janju Senjo Rinpoche Magye Panam Kyegyuji Kyewa Nyamba Mebaya Kone Gondu Bewa Sho Toni Tawa Rinpoche Magye Panam Kyegyuji Kyewa Nyamba Mebaya Kone Gondu Bewa Sho Vini Toba Rinpoche Magye Panam Kyegyuji Kyewa Nyamba Mebaya Kone Gondu Bewa Sho. So now the top of page 40 in the PDF, but the actual page says 33. Okay. Due to all the past, present, and future merits collected by me, the numberless Buddhas, and the numberless sentient beings, may all wars, sickness, famine, and economic problems in the world, and all dangers of earth, fire, water, and wind be pacified immediately, and may perfect peace and happiness prevail in everyone's hearts and lives. By generating loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta, may the Buddha Dharma last for a long time, and may the sentient beings in this world meet the Buddha Dharma and achieve enlightenment as quickly as possible. So let's do this dedication to cherish all sentient beings. This is from the 8 verses of mind training. Determined to obtain the greatest possible benefit from all sentient beings who are most precious than the wish-fulfilling jewel, I shall hold them most dear at all times. And so now we seal the merits with emptiness. The bottom of page 41. Due to all the past, present, and future merits collected by me, the numberless Buddhas and numberless beings, which are completely empty of existing from their own side, may I, who am completely empty of existing from my own side, achieve the state of full enlightenment, which is completely empty of existing from its own side, and lead all sentient beings who are completely empty of existing from their own side to that state which is completely empty of existing from its own side. By myself alone, who am completely empty of existing from my own side. Okay, so now we'll do these 2 verses from the King of Prayers on page 44. I fully dedicate all these virtues to be able to train just like the hero Manjushri who knows reality, and just like Samantabhadra as well. I fully dedicate all my roots of virtue with the dedication praised the best by all the gone beyond victorious ones of the three times in order to have Guru Rinpoche. So now the prayer for the long life of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, page 46. Jiden Kamye Dende Maluva Gale Jure Sambe In the long life prayer for Kabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Through illuminating all, your appearance dispels the darkness. Your clear mind knows the 84,000 heaps of Dharma, the power of remedy to the 84,000 delusions. Your proclaiming dependent arising itself is victorious in battle with the Maras. I worship the supremely kind, the great Vajra Armor on my crown. Clarifying the scriptures and realizations, the teachings of the Muni, you spread and meditate those teachings wherever they have not yet spread in the world. Having become the actual son of the conquerors, you bear hardships with patience. In your continuum is realization of the perfection of wisdom, subtle dependent arising. Precious jewel, Lord, possessing love and compassion, liberates upon seeing, treasure and mastery of the all arising, interpretive and definitive scriptures, supremely great among the great, fully comprehending and clarifying the meaning of emptiness and compassion. You guide all beings in the path to liberation. Perfectly qualified spiritual friend, my Guru, please remain forever. She who protects from fears of the three times Tara, please increase the lifespan and activities of the beings who preserve the holy Dharma, and always without separation develop their spontaneous actions. By the infallible deities of the three roots, may all be auspicious. So thank you very much. Thank you for your patience as we had a few technical difficulties here today, but every day, and by the way, we're going to continue to do this every day at 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time.
Nepali time.
No, 5 p.m. Indian time, 5:15
Okay.
Nepali time.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise we're here in Nepal. It's 15 minutes away. It's too confusing. Okay, so please subscribe to the Choe Khor Sum Ling YouTube channel, and then yeah, we'll try to be on time in future days. So thank you all for your dedication and your desire to benefit sending beings in this way. Again, please, not only by doing these prayers, but also following the guidelines of social distancing, be safe. Remember, even if you're in good health and if you catch the virus, it's not going to be such a big deal for you. This is highly contagious. It is said that one person on average will give it to 2.5 to 3 people. And so as that then cascades into an exponential effect, we're seeing this around the world. So please take care, and follow the guidelines by the WHO, the CDC in the US, and stay safe, keep others safe. Remember that even something involving a little bit of hardship, like staying indoors, well, that's exactly what bodhisattvas do, bearing some personal sacrifice for the well-being of others. So try to think, as you're experiencing the hardship of quarantine, think that this is your offering to all the sentient beings of this world, particularly all the humans in this world. And yeah, then even something like staying inside becomes a bodhisattva practice. So thank you very much. We'll see you again tomorrow. Tashile.